Hello everyone, my name is Johnson. My registration number is URK18CS213. Today we will be discussing about the file system processing. First we will discuss about the in what purpose this file system processing will be using. This file system processing is an operating system using in shell script, and what the FPS, that means file processing system, do. It is a way of storing and retrieving the manipulating data which is present in various files. Files are used to store various documents. All files are grouped based on their categories. For example, if you have if you have prepared a PowerPoint presentation, for example, if you want to save that, it will ask to save that. It is in the it is should be saved in the PDF file or in the another file. This is known as storing the files, all the documents, and retrieving and manipulating data. Whenever we want that file, we can open, because we have downloaded that file in our uses. So this is known as file processing system. Files are used to store various documents. All files are grouped based on their categories. That means PDFs, docs, or some Excel or that files. The file names are very related to each other and arranged properly to easily access the files. In file processing system, if one needs to insert, delete, modify, store, or update data, one must know the entire hierarchy of the files. Now in the file system processing, we have seen in the how the PDFs and documents we can download in our categories. Now how the file system processing can be done in the shell script. There are four different types of file processing. That is, we can update the data, or change the data, or add the data, or delete the data. Now these are the four different types of file processing. Now just we will discuss some questions on this file system processing. The first question is, find the number of occurrences of given word or character in a file using shell script. Now in the question it asks, if we enter some text in that file created, the number of occurrence of a given word. Means in that sentence, in that sentence, if some word is repeated sometimes, the word, how many times it is repeated, should be updated to that file. So to use that, we have a command in the Linux that is known as grep. The grep command used to search or find particular string inside a file. That means we can search that word which is repeated, and we can find out how many times the word is repeated. Now we will just go to this Linux software, which is our university's code.khan.edu. Now just I am create the text files can be created in cat or vi. Now I am creating the text files in cat. Here I create a text as cat word dot text. Now here I am entering the strings as Linux is a open source software. This is one word. This is one sentence. Linux is easy to learn. Linux is a multi-user. Linux is a multi-programming Here I have entered the sentence, some sentence in this word text. Now I want to save that. The command is Control D. When we save that, uh, we conclude that if the word is saved or not. To see that, cat word dot text. See here, the text we have entered is saved. Now when we observe this, the sentences is repeated with Linux so many times, but now we can count how many times it is repeated: 1 2 3 4 5. Now the system cannot know how many times it is repeated, but we can count it easily. By counting that mission, we are using the command as grep. Linux text. Now here it can see we are using the grep word to search that we are searching the Linux how many times the word is repeated, grep minus c and the given file name. When we search we want to find out easy how many times is entered. You can see the user is entered 4 times. Now this is first question. The number of occurrence of the word can be searched by the grep keyword. Now here the next question is find and replace a word or character in a file using shell script. Now in the second question is telling that if I have entered some text in that file, I want to replace a particular word and I want to replace that word with some other text. Now for that we are using the command as scd command. Command is scd command. Okay, for this I am creating another file cat text. Here I am entering some text. Okay, here I entered some text. Now to save that, control D. Now I want to replace one word. That means here for example here I want to replace that here I want to replace Johnson with another text. So here the command is scdi colon s slash. Here which word you want to replace. Here I want to replace that Johnson. So this is the word I want to change. Now which the replacement word I want to type here means I want to here enter as Rahul. So that here after that I want to enter the file. Now I have changed the my name is Johnson to my name is Rahul. Here the word that is replaced or not, to check that cat yop dot text. Here we can see my name is Rahul. The word is changed. Now we will go to another question. The another question is display the file information such as inode number, permissions, link, owner ID, group ID, size, date for a given file or a specific file. Now here for a specific file you want to give that all. So first I want to check uh, ls minus li currents dot. Now I have created some files. Now that I will check dot text. Now here you can see the question it is asked to for a specific file what are the terminal number, permissions, group id and the inode number and the owner id, size date for a specific file. Now here for the specific file all the permissions and the group id and the owner id, the time, date, all it is open. Now just we will check for another file ls minus li word.txt. You can see for this specific file the terminal number and the this terminal number, permissions, owner id, group id, and the date, time, file, and the storage. This is the storage size of that file. Now we will go to the next. In that only list all files in your terminal. If you want to list all the files, the command is ls. It gives all the files created in the terminal. So these are the files which I have created in the terminal. To list all the files information, here the command is ls minus li. For all the files, the permissions, the inode number, the group id, it can be displayed here. For checking only the files, the command is ls, and for checking the all the files for permissions, group id and the owner id, date, time, size, for that the command is ls minus li. And we can check for the specific file. I want to know what is the group id or the owner id or the size, date, and whenever it is created that file, and what is the terminal number, the command is ls minus li and the specific file name. Now we'll just go to the fourth question. Display the user information, username, terminal number, date, time, ip address for the given username, and also display the number of times user logged in. Now for the command is w minus I. Here we can see here it is displaying the username and the terminal number, and it is displaying the IP address and the login information and the time and the from which time he is there, and it displaying the file name also. Now in the file it is asked for the username, terminal number, date, time, IP address is specified for that file. Now just in that question it is also asked display the number of times user logged in. Here we can see for every file the login information is there. Here for the URK 1820 CO1, here the login information is 1824. This is the login information. For the specific file names we can know what are the login information and the terminal number and the IP address. The command is w-i. Now we will go to the fifth question. Display the login information from the file etc. or password. List the username and display the login information like username, password, user id. And from this file cat we can see for cat which the files are created with the cat. Here we can see this root is known the username, and this is the terminal number, and this is the group id, owner id, and this is the password. This x is the password, username, and the terminal number and the group id number, owner id number, and we can see these all are the user number, owner id, group id. We can see that this is all about the file system processing. In the file system processing we can update the data or replace that word in a specific file, and we can see the occurrences of that file. We can add the data or change the data or delete the data from that file system processing. Okay, thank you. This is all about this experiment. Thank you.